You don't want to look too fat? So you're saying you're fat, but you don't want to look too fat?
Okay.
Okay. So I think you're going to
Shut
stare
up.
at yourself for this whole thing, right?
How did you know this?
Because you're like this.
My asthma.
Are you looking at the camera?
I want to.
I'm looking at
I want to
this one.
welcome you guys to Convo Cocktails episode number 2 with spicy goodness Juan Rodriguez in the house.
Hey
aka
everyone.
Toy Pigeon.
Toy Pigeon on Instagram, Twitter,
Why
and Gmail.
It's over there.
Oh, sorry, I forget the camera's over here.
It's over there.
Okay. Sorry. This is my first podcast ever in my whole wide world.
Is it really?
Yeah. So the camera's there, you're there, the microphone's here.
This is true.
Okay. And your wife over there.
And the live studio audience is right there. Now you're gonna get a taste of what it's like
being in the hot seat.
Yes. So Juan, why do you want to be on this podcast?
Because I love my friends, Midlife Vibes, and Becky and Josh. And when I found out you had a podcast going on, I was like, hey, I'll make a logo for you. And then you were like, well, how much do I owe you? What's the pay? And I was like, oh, just invite me over. So here I am.
And you've never left.
And I've never left.
You stay in the room next door. We've been friends.
We've been neighbors. We live right next to each other. I knock on the door. Hey, can I have a spoonful of sugar?
Now we vacation together.
We found out that we can room together on the vacation.
So
you have no idea how afraid I was going to Florida with 21 people that I've never vacationed with.
But you've been friends with most
I've
of
been
them.
friends with, but there's a difference between being friends and seeing each other at downtown Disney for a couple hours and like vacationing for 8 straight days at Magic Kingdom.
And you're stuck because like you can't just drive home.
Right.
Like
in Florida.
You were living with us for 10 days.
Exactly.
Like,
so I was super afraid. I was like, how's this going to work out? We're going to be with all these strangers. I'm going to be like, well, not strangers, but you know what I mean? With like people that I've never like vacationed with. I'm going to room with Josh and Becky. I don't know how that's going to be. And you know what? It was all
even though we've hung out many times, like so many times. So I think the same things went through our heads too. Like as far as like, crap, are we gonna be able to hang with Juan? Like, we're gonna be able to live with Juan for like 10 days? Like, is that even possible? You know, like not in a negative way, but like because it's first of all, it's hard to get along with us. Well, it's hard to get along with me. It's probably more hard. It's more hard to get along with me than Becky, right?
I just love everyone.
He doesn't want to answer, so that's a yes. Because I can get grumpy.
Oh yeah, I saw your grumpy side.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, right.
But it was funny.
I shared my Pop-Tarts with Juan.
When I found out your grumpy side, and then I knew how to like use it to my advantage, and you know, get a good show out of it with your little Debbie's donuts or whatever that they don't sell here in California, but they sell in Florida, and you were like gun ho about it. And then I had one, and I was like, "Oh, these are pretty good."
The little Debbie's donuts.
I was like, "This is pretty good." But then after I had 2, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty sweet too." So then I was like, "I'm done." And then I kept teasing you. I was like, "Hey, I had 3 more," and you were like, "You better not have."
That's completely me too. Without even looking, I'm like freaking out. Like you ate all my little Debbie's donuts, and I'm like, I have to go to Walmart again. I don't have time to go to Walmart. Like I bought those to last me through the whole vacation.
So that was fun. You know.
I try not to show it as much either. So beyond that, like you were very unobtrusive on vacation too. Like you weren't always like some people probably like always knocking at the bedroom door, like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm ready to hang out." You like let everyone got their space, right?
Well, it's like I think you had mentioned that you also like to staycation while you vacation.
Yeah,
and I kind of learned that from you. Where I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. Because when I got back to the real world, when I got back to work,
yeah,
and everybody was like, "Oh, do you wish you went to Walt Disney World in Florida? Do you wish you had for 8 days straight? You did eight parks. Do you wish you had a a vacation for your vacation. I was like, no. And they're like, why? Cause I made sure I had days where I didn't do anything. I soaked in the tub. I had bath bombs, Epsom salts.
That was a good
I
thing.
watched movies on my phone.
Yeah, that was a good thing because like the first day you went pretty hard. The second day, actually,
The first
the
2 days,
the first
we
2
went
days, you
real
like the
hard.
second day you went really hard too, though. Full day at Epcot, and then you went to Ohana
That was
and partied it up.
Ohana was so far the best thing out of the whole Florida Walt Disney World
You
trip.
drank a lot there.
No, not we ate a lot. We didn't drink a lot. We did have a glass of champagne because we were celebrating our friend's anniversary.
I mean, you didn't get back to the room until like what 1 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
So
I remember getting a phone call.
Oh, let's not even bring that up. I'll blame that on the Sheraton Vistana. If you're watching this, you can get your shit together.
It's not their fault that the
moving
battery
moving on.
There was a little tension when it came to the battery in the door. But what I do know too, though, is you have to have 2 rooms.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to sleep on the floor and in your bed.
Yeah.
That's a
given.
You don't
know because like we're like, oh, we vacationed together, we got along great, it was fine, it worked out. But then you're thinking like, oh, but what if we go somewhere else, but we just have a hotel room? Like I'm like, well, Juan's gonna have to get his own hotel room. Like, or not just Juan, anybody's gonna have to get their own hotel room because I don't share hotel rooms. I don't.
I don't do that unless it's family.
You don't want to hear Becky snoring and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't snore.
Who even does that?
Yeah,
I've never met anybody that does.
A lot of people do that.
Oh, then I guess I'm hanging out with the right kind of people.
Like we have friends that go on cruise ships and they share the room.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I couldn't do that. Like, I don't think I could do that.
Unless you're married and you used to your partner's farts.
Yeah, well,
I ain't doing that.
And I was worried because we had another friend that we were going to go to Hawaii with, and we were, or Walt Disney World. I think we were going to go to Walt Disney World, but it was in a Disneyland Resort, DVC, but it was like we were supposed to share one of the bedrooms with another couple. So there'd be 4 of us in a bedroom, and then there'd be people in the living room, and then people in the other bedroom, and then there's people in the other bedroom. And I'm like, how many bathrooms are there? And I'm supposed to sleep with another couple? Like, that I don't really know.
We're not in Mexico.
And I was like, is that what they do?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I'm not prepared to. I was really like, I don't think I want to even go because I was like, I'm not prepared to do that.
No.
And then like, I need my potty time too. Like, I just don't know. I don't
Hurry up in there.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Are you done? Knock, knock.
There was literally going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 people in a 3-bedroom timeshare. Like, that's a lot. No kids, all adults. That's a lot of people. Like, and I think 2 restrooms maybe, or 2.5 restrooms. Like, that's a lot of people to have to deal with.
It would have made for a cool live stream, 24-hour live stream.
No,
I would watch that.
It would have been like that show Big Brother.
Yeah, exactly.
The drama.
Yeah.
Not the good stuff, the drama.
But with midlife vibes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, but Florida was fun. I had such a good time at Walt Disney World.
All you talk about is going back.
Epcot. All I talk about is going back to Epcot. Get it straight.
No.
And Animal Kingdom.
Okay. Don't be like leaving out Animal Kingdom.
I know. I did have such a good time. Even though we missed.
You got this little glow when you talked about Animal Kingdom right now. You're like, Animal Kingdom.
Even though we missed the tree lighting ceremony or whatever that was, and we did miss Avatar, the World of Avatar at night.
Yeah. Well, because they closed at 7:00.
No.
It was like the sun was barely setting, and they were like, "Get out." So I don't understand that about Animal Kingdom. I think that would be a great night park. Just with in all the different lands, I think that would be a great night park. But I don't know.
Oh, so is this a Disney podcast now?
No, I'm just saying.
Turn to Disney.
Wow, we're taking it wherever you. Podcast is about you. So
talk about how Disneyland is better than Magic Kingdom. Oh, yeah. Shots fired.
I mean, that's obvious. I mean, even though Disneyland, what was it? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't get your discount after 4 p.m. today.
Oh my gosh.
So,
You could imagine the eye roll I did there.
oh, you were not happy.
We don't do discounts after 4 o'clock. What?
You buy the annual pass with the promise of
The magic key.
discounts or the magic
The
key with the
magic key.
promise of discounts in downtown Disney,
And we don't have them
not
out
knowing
after
that
4
there's
o'clock.
oh, it's only till 4 p.m. Well, I'm coming to downtown Disney at nighttime for dinner. I can't get my discount because it's after 4 p.m. Like those are the stupid little like I think rules that where they're penny pinching too much.
But shout outs to Naples at downtown Disney.
Oh, Naples was
Everybody there,
great.
the staff is always friendly there. Everybody's always super nice. The food, the pizza was amazing. We got to try some.
The runner was amazing,
Well,
right?
that's a different story, Josh.
That's your story.
Let's, Josh, stay on topic. I was gonna bring up the potatoes we had today, the
Oh,
gnocchis that we've never had. I've never had. Have you had?
yeah, I've had it, but
Oh, okay.
that was delicious
Those were
though.
good.
Those were
Yeah.
good.
They're pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'm
they were
definitely gonna
just
be
so
getting that
soft.
again.
They'll definitely like, and that's an appetizer, but it's like I think if you got a whole plate of that
That
would
looked like
be
a meal.
you'd be fine.
I'm sure the price was meal price.
Well, yeah, because the meal price was like triple meal price. So yeah, I mean we're Disney, right?
But I was gonna say, I haven't gone up. I know you have a Six Flags pass. I have a Six Flags pass, but we haven't been there in a minute.
I know because
And I
it's so
kind of miss
far.
it. I know the drive. If the drive is killer for me, I can only imagine what it is for you.
Yeah, it's so hard to like. I wish it was closer because I love all the roller
Yeah.
coasters.
And you can't do weekends, so
No, and I don't want to go on a weekend.
and I can only do weekends.
But I don't even know if I want to do Six Flags on a weekend because it's so crowded.
Yeah, it's real crowded.
You go on a weekday, it's like today we went to Knott's Berry Farm. We walked on to every single ride, right? We did the park in like 3 hours. Like we were like, okay, we just rode all the roller coasters. We're good to go now. Like we did everything. Like Six Flags,
and you
Six
got
Flags
to do
doesn't-
Montezuma's.
yeah, and Montezuma's was still open.
Last I heard, it was shut down.
It
But
was
I
supposed to be
guess
shut
not yet.
down January 11th, and it's January 18th, and it's still open.
Do you? I know you had mentioned that the reason it's going to be down for a year is because they're going to do a new hydraulic system and whatnot. But you really think that's going to be a year's worth?
Well, that's why I think it's going to be here because they said you're going to get the same classic ride with a new technology or new modern feel. So they're not changing the layout. It's still going to be a shuttle, but I think the problem with the braking system and the launch system is it's so inaccurate. Like there's so many times where they break that train and it breaks too early or it breaks too far. And then every time that happens, they have to call the mechanics out, and all they do is just reset it and ship it out. But I mean, on a busy day like that, the wait time's already long enough on that because it's only one train out and back. And so I think if they can fix that part of it, it'll become more of an efficient ride for them and probably take less energy. I can't imagine the power it has to take to run that cable, to get that cable to go fast enough to push that thing. I was showing Michael today how it works. And like, so I'm thinking like, are they going to go to like magnets, you know, how the new rides have where it just kind of, it's easier and then they can stop it easier with that. It'll be more controlled. What is it? Linear magnets? Is that what they're called? Something like that. But
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think that takes a while because then they have to really take all that stuff out, bring in the new system, install it into the thing. Maybe they have to have new trains too for that. So they have to get the new trains and everything. I mean, I think obviously they could probably do it faster, but Nuts doesn't have, like that Disney money. So it might take them, they might be, working through it a little bit longer. I don't know. I mean,
I'm hoping they also change up the what do they call their fast pass over at the Max, the fast lane? There you go. Hopefully, because it's so awkward when you're trying to exit Montezuma's and it's like the fast lane entrance at the same time, and it's like super narrow, those stairs.
Yeah.
So hopefully they extend it over and they separate it.
maybe they're gonna
Yeah.
redo the way the queuing is. Maybe they're gonna revamp. Maybe the building's really old. Maybe they need to
Maybe.
put
I think that's
supports.
what they're gonna do.
I mean, obviously it's a year's worth of work, right? It's gonna be at least a year, so there's something there. But then also, I think it takes longer too, because if they're doing that whole refurbishment of the system of it, like they can't just be pulling that stuff out in the middle of the day. So they might be working on it. There's certain times that they can work on it. They're not going to work on the weekends, and I don't know. So I think it has a time frame, but that's what I think is going on. I mean, that's just not nothing official, right? They haven't said exactly what they're doing, but I think they're going to change the mechanics of it, of the ride.
Well, I'm excited.
So distracting. See, Juan's smart. He's just looking this way. He knows not to look that way.
So speaking of Knott's Berry Farm, I got to do their Scary Farm for the first time ever with you guys.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
I loved it. Out of everything, out of Six Flags, out of Universal.
Way better than Universal. I have to say, I think it's better than Universal. Universal's a different type of.
Well, Universal is the
haunt.
movies, so you're going there to like step into the movies.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like jump scares. Like Knott's Berry Farm is more about jump scares, and and then their scare zones are way better. Universal's more about like you're going through, like you said, like the movie. It's scary, but it's not like in your face scary. It seemed like the Universal scares are a little bit farther away in the mazes, where Knott's Berry Farm, like they're like right there. And I think even this year they're a little bit farther back at Knott's Berry Farm, are a little bit less aggressive, but because in years past they were more aggressive.
I remember you had mentioned that the Depths maze had like a part where you were like in an elevator and they had like quote unquote windows, but they were actually screens and it looked like they were going down.
Yeah, and they took that all out.
I didn't get to see that
because of COVID times.
Yeah, so you got to see how excited I was. Like I had no idea how much of a good time I was gonna have getting scared at a haunt. I had such a blast. And that's how into it I got. I was like running around.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Floor. Like you even told me that I should like work for them as a scare actor.
Yeah, and I think though too, like with Knott's Berry Farm, I think you would like the haunted car wash. Ebony and I did the haunted car wash, and that's crazy because they get in your car.
Well, I would do that, but not in my car because I don't want people swinging my doors open
and going in your car.
Yes, because I'm Mexican.
So
homie, don't play like that.
I might knock someone out. Because that was crazy. I
remember seeing your video.
That was crazy. Like watching them get into people's cars.
Yeah, I was like,
and they don't care.
Oh my god, no.
They tell you, they go, lock car doors if you don't want them getting in your car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and everybody's like, I'm locking my car doors. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Unlock your car doors. We want them to get in the car.
Ebe's Mexican like
and he's
me.
Like, no, but he was like scared. Like he was like, I don't know.
I would be too.
I'm like, no, unlock the car door.
You guys were going inside. That was really cool. And then come up and they had all the soap running down their face. I was like, oh my god.
The monsters are in the car wash.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part. Like, so the soap from the car wash covers your windshield so you can't see anything. And then next thing you know, there's like a monster like smashing on your window. And I was like, everybody thought they were gonna break the window, but they had like rubber bats and stuff like that. And so you're like, bam, bam, and so I that was one of my favorite. I mean, besides Knott's Berry Farm being like a full-on haunt, like your theme park haunt, outside of that, the haunted car wash was my favorite thing.
I'm trying to think of a small makeshift scare thing that I did, and the only thing I can think of is the Freeform 31 Nights of Halloween. They had like a haunted road or something.
But that's not like scary. That's more like
that was more like cutesy.
Yeah, Instagram
stuff. What was scary was that towards the end of the night they had the wind picked up all of a sudden. Like the wind was pretty chill, but then towards the end of the night the wind just picked up, and a million like leaves came out of like the buildings, the roof of the buildings, and out of the trees.
Yeah.
And all the trees were just swaying because it was super windy. And there's like thunder and lightning in the distance. So that was really scary. And that's when we decided so I went with Eve and Brittany from the Yaya Chronicles.
And so you guys were scared.
So, we got scared. We ran. And as soon as we got to the car, that's when it started pouring.
Oh, it started raining.
Oh, it started. And
so you were more scared of the rain.
Yes. And everything else. and the dirt. It was all dirt. So imagine trying to walk and
Yeah.
it's raining and there's mud all over the
Oh,
place.
I can see you guys. My shoes.
We're in California. I gotta take care of my kicks. I didn't spend $400 for nothing.
You gotta take care of your what?
My kicks.
Oh, I thought you said your kid.
My kicks. You know?
Your kid? What?
I know you're 49, Josh.
I am not 49. I am definitely younger than that. Now my old lady is older than me. And she's old.
Those are fighting words. I like to call it old lady. Oh, okay. You're fine
then. I'm okay then. You know. So you seem to be in connection with everybody who's into Disneyland.
For the most part, yeah. I kind of
like everybody. Like you know everybody.
Yeah, like I like seeing everybody's point of view of like the theme parks, especially Disney, because there's so much to do at Disneyland, especially with food. So,
but how do you find the time?
I work from home.
I guess that's the way to do it. I work from home. Cause you literally
when I've been working from home for 4 years and 7 months since before the closures happened.
So do you like working from home better than working in an office?
Yes, working from home because I don't drive. I don't have to worry about the stress of driving. I don't have to worry about bad drivers. I don't have to worry about gas, wear and tear. And no, because you get mad cabin fever.
There's nobody to hang out with, to talk to.
Everybody's online. Everybody's on Slack.
So, on Slack?
Yeah. I know you're 49, Josh. This is what the young kids do. Look it up. Slack. SLACK.
Juan, you ain't no spring chicken anymore.
I try. But I also like Universal, Six Flags, Knott's.
But our studio audience is looking up Slack right now. Oh, so that's like Microsoft Teams?
Yeah.
But for young people?
Google Hangouts, yeah.
Google Hangouts, but for young people?
Yeah.
Is it better or is it just...
It's more intuitive. It's more like Apple, Macintosh. It's more intuitive. And user-friendly.
Is it free?
Oh, I wish. No.
They're like, no.
Life ain't, all the good stuff ain't free.
No. So, okay. So what is... I'm trying to think of what I want to ask you, Juanito.
Ask away.
What is your favorite
color? Blue.
Okay.
Cerulean blue.
So what is cerulean blue?
Look it up. There you go. You just had to look up.
Is it like a darker blue or a lighter blue?
It's like a sky blue, like on a nice, sunny, bright sky.
I don't think I've ever heard. How do you even spell that?
SERELAUN.
SE.
Oh, we got questions from the studio audience. What are the questions?
Yeah. So the question is, what is something?
Michael Searle says.
What is something you don't mind paying more money for?
Oh, food.
You like to pay more money for food?
Oh, because it's gonna be good.
So good quality food. What is your favorite food?
Probably a nice sirloin steak. Definitely not a ribeye.
You don't like ribeye?
Sometimes. Depends.
Because that's more expensive than a sirloin steak.
Oh, there you go.
So I like a ribeye now because it's more expensive than a sirloin steak.
I guess I just stopped shopping at Whole Foods.
Yeah. Wow. What's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream.
Ice cream? What kind of ice cream?
No. It'll probably be a vanilla bean creme brulee. Frappuccino. We got more questions from the studio audience. What are they asking?
Right up your alley. No.
Ooh, it's right up my alley.
So if you were to design a playground for adults, what
alcohol? Alcohol on the premises?
So If you were to design a playground for adults, what's one thing you'd put in it?
An alcohol stand, a beer garden.
A beer garden.
There's not a water faucet with alcohol coming out.
A water faucet. Becky's went. Oh, but what kind of alcohol would come out of the water faucet? Or would you have multiple water faucets? But then you have to share the water faucets with strangers.
We
Is
did
that
it when we
okay?
were at school.
So what's the harm now, right?
Have you had a strange encounter that you can't explain or are scared to share?
No.
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 Not that I can say on this podcast.
I
I can tell you off.
I can't
the
talk
podcast.
about that. I know of one strange encounter. Tell you later.
Ask me later.
Ask me later.
Can I squeeze your muffins?
Oh
I can
my
assign
go-
someone to butter your muffins.
Oh my gosh. So what's your favorite place? Where's your favorite place to drink
Where? Ever? In the whole wide
Ever.
world?
ever? If you can go one place to drink, where would it be?
Epcot? Drinking around the world?
Just the whole
13
place, the
drinks
whole
at
Epcot.
in one place.
But well, here's some controversy with that.
What? They're all sugary drinks?
You didn't make it around the world.
Well, that's because I ate too much.
But I don't know. I mean, that's just an excuse, I think. I don't know. Could you just maybe couldn't hang or what?
There was a lot of sugar drinks.
Now you're going to back on me about sugar drinks, but you're the one saying sugar drinks,
There was
right?
a lot of, especially that Jolly Rancher
Like,
from Japan.
I didn't.
That was like pretty sweet, and so was like the Morocco margarita. I don't know what it was called, but
Every land had sweet
um,
drinks.
no, I had a glass of wine at the Italy pavilion, and that was pretty good.
Ooh, what did I have in Italy?
You had
The
the
frozen
margarita, the frozen margarita,
Oh,
right?
the Italy frozen margarita.
A frozen
That was actually
limoncello. There you go.
Yeah, that was
Which
good.
I
It was
didn't get to
good,
try.
though. It was good.
So I'm gonna have that next time.
It was good, but I just think,
The grapefruit beer was good.
yeah, grapefruit beer was good.
Norway.
Yeah.
The only thing excuse me. The only thing Norway had that was good was the only thing that Norway had that was unique to Norway was what was it? It was like a cranberry smoothie or something.
Yeah, it was something. I don't know. It was something weird.
So I didn't get that.
Yeah, the problem is like it's okay if like you have one or
And
like,
then China had like that lychee drink, but it was like super sweet too.
yeah, like you have 13 countries.
And you don't want to just do like, oh, I'll just do Bud Light, or what
No,
have you,
no.
you know.
I think if you have 13 countries, maybe if you have like 5 sweet drinks and the rest are somewhat normal or okay, and they're not all in a row. But it was like the first drink was great. The avocado margarita
I
was great.
surprised.
That was not too
I
sweet.
was pleasantly surprised at that.
That was good and it wasn't too sweet. But then right after that was like just sweet.
And the grapefruit beer. And then the Italy, I had the glass of wine. But then like America was all sweet and
Well, in Germany we had the chocolate liqueur and another. I thought
I
it was
forgot about that. The pear shot.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. So we had 2 different shots there, which were good, but it was okay that it was sweet somewhat, but because it was small, it was like a shot, so it was like done. Where instead of like a big slushy drink or a big, like even like in America they had the whatchamacallit, what do you call those things? The illegal alcohol.
Moonshine.
They had the moonshine drinks, right? But those were super sweet too. So it was like
And don't get me wrong, they were good, but they're just
all good
sweet.
drinks if you're not drinking them all in a row. So then it was like by the time we got to England, or because England, went to the pub,
The UK pavilion.
and UK pavilion, went to the pub. And I was like, just give me some straight whiskey shots,
I remember that you came out with 3 glasses
Yeah.
of whiskey.
So I'm like, I definitely had my 13 drinks because there was 3 glasses there. I drank 2 of them and gave 1 to Michael. But like at that point, I was just like, I can't do any more sweet. So I'm just gonna do this shot, and just hopefully cleanses my palate of this sweetness that I was just so
And
tired
I remember
of.
at Canada, we were trying to try the frozen wine.
They didn't have
the
it.
frozen wine didn't have it.
Never starting.
We were so bummed out.
Yeah, and that was kind of the whole point of Canada, was like to try the
our
frozen
friend
wine.
Cargo, she was like, try it.
And-
It's so good.
Yeah, and then
didn't
that was
have
like, no, nothing.
So we definitely got to go back and do another Epcot trip.
Every time everything comes back to, we got to go back to Florida.
Yes. I love the weather. I love the humidity.
Yeah. You are not loving the humidity.
It does wonders for your skin.
I recall you were not loving the humidity.
I was not wondering,
Wondering
loving
and
the humidity. The first day I was pretty overwhelmed, but then after the second, third day, you kind of get used to it.
And it got better, I think, as the days
And
went
you
on.
definitely need to wear the right kind of clothes, the right kind of underwear, the right kind of shoes. You know,
bring your powder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just gonna say.
Well, I use a cream 2 powder, baby talk, only the finest.
I mean, you have fancy stuff.
Yes.
I'm like CVS. What's that powder? Just give
No,
me
the
anything.
CVS is expensive. Don't ever go to CVS.
Or Walgreens, whatever. We were next to a Walgreens, right? So
Oh
it was
yeah,
Walgreens.
when we were at the Sheraton Vistana.
Vistana.
The
Yeah, but
4
room
Points
the room was
Sheraton.
nice though. The room was super nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That little villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Becky's like the bar. I had fun at the bar. It was
Yeah,
cool. It was
we had
quaint.
such a good time.
I think we had a good
Yeah.
time. But once we were able to relax a little bit and not. The problem too when you go there is like you're just so go because you're trying to experience everything.
And when nobody tells you is that all the walking you're gonna do.
It's a lot.
So if you're going to Florida for Walt Disney World, get ready to do a lot of walking.
Yeah, start practicing for
Yeah.
sure. Start practicing.
For real.
But I think now that we've done so much of it, like
We know where to go, where not to go,
Yeah,
what
it'd be
to
okay
do.
to go back and relax and just like I don't have to ride all the rides again, like just a couple of them, but I don't have to ride everything because I already did it. You know. Oh, the homemade charcuterie boards, the Walgreens charcuterie
The
board,
Walgreens charcuterie board. Oh my god,
our version of a Lunchable charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Basically.
that was fun.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
That was
We
a
just
good
had
time.
like Walgreens cheese, Walgreens watermelon, and crackers, and
Yeah.
Trulies and White
Truly,
Claws,
yeah.
and we were just living it up,
That's the way
living
to do
our
it.
best life.
That was the way to do it. Like my only problem was we had to get up early every day, and it would have been nice to just kind of hang out a little bit more, or maybe a little bit later, let a little bit looser, get a little bit loose, and not have to worry about getting up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. every single morning to go spend the whole next day. Like, oh my god! Like for honestly, I think for like a trip like that, it's like you do a park, you take a day off. You do a park, you take a day off. Or then you do like I want to go to Gatorland. Like that's like I think you have to like now that we've even done all the parks, like you don't have to do all the parks again. You can just kind of do what like Epcot and maybe Animal Kingdom, and then go explore the other things. Like I want to go explore International Drive, and go on that big tall sky ride, and just
No, I can watch you get on that.
No, you can do it. You can do Supreme Scream, right?
Yeah,
So then you can do the tall sky ride.
but I haven't done Superman the ride
Why not?
because nobody wants to go with me to Six Flags. So
Oh.
anyone out there wants to go to Six Flags,
You know where to reach them on Instagram.
867-5309. Jenny keeps answering. Who's Jenny? I'm looking for Juan.
Wani. Yeah, you're looking for Wani and not Jenny. All right.
Jenny.
Anything else?
Oh, it's over?
I don't know. Is it?
Whatever you want to talk about, Josh. This is your stream.
It's just it's the one time. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
So
Catch me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Gmail, at toypigeon.com.
at Toy Pigeon. Why Toy Pigeon?
That was my back when I graduated from college, and I wanted to be like Shepherd Fairy, like Obey Giant, and I was like, I need a pseudonym. I need like some name that people can call me. So that's what that was, Toy Pigeon, and my logo was the profile view of a pigeon with the little wind up toy thing on its back.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever think you could end up being spicy goodness?
Oh, spicy goodness! Shout out to Canada. You know who you are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So.
All right. With that, you guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so, subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you for watching the podcast. And we will
remember to always have a Convo and Cocktails.